Hey guys, this is Jerry. I've been learning to quote-unquote adapt to extrovert society for 4 or 5 years of my life, probably longer, but I really started focusing about 4 or 5 years ago. And through these 4 or 5 years, I've come up with little, I hate to say coping strategies because that makes it seem like it's wrong to be an introvert. So I'll just say strategies to adapt. As introverts, loud noises, lots of stimulus kill us because we're so in or here. Everything's here. So we're not used to processing things outward. So when things come through our ears and our bodies and our eyes, like this, what I'm doing right now with my hands, imagine this is how you feel in here. It's like a salad, perfectly placed out, the cucumbers, the carrots, the lettuce, etc. And then loud stimulus is like a shake, 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 and boom. That's how it feels to be an introvert when you're in an extrovert situation where there are a lot of people, a lot of stimulus, a lot of sounds. Driving in traffic is horrible for an introvert. So, first strategy that's worked a lot. I use this a lot sometimes when I have to go to bars. Let's say I'm hanging out with people who just can't have fun at home. They need to go to bars. What you do is, when you get to a bar, you have to force your mind to adapt to that extroverted stimulus, that level. So what you do is, you stand in the middle and you fucking yell at the top of your fucking lungs. You go, oh, I can't yell right now, my throat hurts. But you yell at the top of your lungs and you'll feel it. Magically, your mind's gonna flip a script real quick and suddenly it's gonna realize this level of bar talking and music and lights and just random commotion, that's the natural stimulus level that's normal for the next few hours. Your mind's gonna adjust, but you have to force it to by your own body matching that level of stimulus. So whether, dance like crazy and yell, something to up your body's adrenaline levels to make it ready for this level of higher stimulus. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is to take a lot of breaks. And what I mean by this is whether you're in a networking event, you're at a bar, you're in traffic, take breaks where you remove yourself from this crazy stimulus. Now, the previous tip, I'll have to warn you, when you take a break, you reset what's normal for your body. So when you go back into that crazy extrovert zone, you have to readjust, whether yell at the top of your fucking lungs or do whatever. You have to readjust again. But you have to take breaks because if you don't, in my experience, what happens the next day is I cannot get out of bed because my body is so drained of adrenaline and everything. So, but taking breaks is essential for, remember, you're not in this for a short burst, especially at a bar or at a networking event. You're in it almost running a marathon. You have to last 3 or 4 hours. So you take a few breaks. There are quite a few ways that I've learned that work very well for me, at least. One is going to the bathroom and wash your face. 1, it cleans you, and 2, it gives you some stimulus on your face to remind you, okay, this is my reality. This extroverted world isn't all there is. So go into the bathroom, wash your face. There's this book called The Introvert Advantage, and it taught me one that was pretty good. As introverts, we're very keen on detail, especially in our immediate surroundings. It's something that's why a lot of us become artists or a lot of us become writers or accountants or things like that. Go into the bathroom or go into a quiet place and just focus on a detail, whether it's the columns in the wall. I don't think they're called columns. What are they called? So go into the bathroom and focus on the tiles. Or go into the bathroom and focus on stuff on the floor. Just zone out by paying attention to detail. And that'll calm the adrenaline, calm your mind for a little bit, reset yourself for a little bit, and then you can go back out, yell at the top of your lungs again, adjust the level of quote-unquote the extrovert norm in whatever institution you're in, and then use more of your energy, do the extroverted thing. So that's number 2. Number 3 is this. Whenever you can, practice saying things out loud. It's so easy to get back in your head. So whenever you can, just practice saying things out loud. And honestly, don't make this a daily thing, because for me at least, my temperament, every time I say something, I hear my adrenaline spike a little. It's bad, but as an introvert, you have to learn to talk whenever in modern society. It's unfortunate, but every time I talk, seriously, every time I'm in public, I talk, I feel a little adrenaline spike. But you have to do it. But don't do it too much, because you don't want too much adrenaline in your system every day. That leads to a lot of problems. With anything in life, the more you practice it, the better it becomes. So practice making small talk. At the grocery store, most of the people there are pretty nice. Just ask them how they are. You can even just listen to them, but at least make the effort to ask them a question or say something to them. So practice talking, practice thinking out loud if possible. So if someone walks by you and they look cool, just say to yourself, ooh, they look cool. Or if you want to take it one step further, say to them directly, you look real cool today, or something like that. I mean, don't exactly say that, but you get what I mean. Just whatever you notice in them, whatever details, say it to them. So practice making small talk and practice saying details out loud. Third part is practice actually deliberating out loud. So next time you're outside or you're by yourself, practice talking to yourself. So instead of thinking in your mind what you have to do, practice just, okay, all right, I gotta go to Central Casting to sign up for this, and then afterwards I have to call my friend. Practice saying things out loud. The more you practice saying things out loud, the more when someone extroverted wants to discuss what's in their head out loud, you can discuss it with them. It's never gonna be perfect. I'm just gonna warn you right now, but at least you can make it so you can cope and survive with a different temperament for a little bit. I hope these 3 things help. They've really helped me, especially number 1. Every time I go to a club, I just yell at the top of my fucking lungs, scare everyone, but then I'm talking to everyone. I wish society treated introverts better, but we're just unfortunately in a society that celebrates extroverts and thinks introversion's a problem, and that's what led me to have to adapt. I honestly think, because I don't have any history of hair loss in both sides of my family, I think the reason why my hair started receding is because I spent so much time building my adrenaline threshold to be able to extrovert, and it's just unnatural for me. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of myself, for the sake of my people, Chinese Americans, I need to put myself out there all the time. And anyone who's an extrovert, I welcome you to comment on my videos too. I mean, I fooled all of you guys thinking I'm one of you. Anyways, talk to you guys next time.